Hey guys, it's Rindy and I am here today with my February update for my significant other project pan. And this is the one where my husband picked the items that I am to pan until the beginning of June. So let's get into the things that he picked and how I am doing. So the first product he picked was my Pretty Vulgar powder. Turn it the right way. And so this one was not the main focus until I used up my other powder. So spoiler alert, because it wasn't. This one is now the main powder I am using. It looks like this. And if I don't spill it everywhere, that would be great. So it looks like that. So there is just a small-ish amount. I don't want to say super small. I think it'll be a few months, but I think I can finish this before June or before my finale. We'll go with that. The next thing is my L'Oreal blush. I don't expect to finish this, but I am impressed with the level of divot. Not really divot, but like flattening that I did on this pan. Since the beginning of this. This was a baked blush, so it was a domed product. Very pretty, like shimmery pink blush. But this is getting flattened out along the top. So this has been the blush I wear every time I wear blush lately, or for the last 2 months. So that is that one, and I'm excited to see how far I can get with that one by June, because I've never panned an actual baked blush or tried to, so I want to see the progress on this, because the flattening out is more exciting than panning like a non-baked blush that's not that dome, because you really don't see as much of progress on just a pressed powder anything until you're like starting to see pan rings. So that's exciting for me. This is the first baked blush I've tried to pan, thanks to the husband even, but so be it. So the next thing he picked, I've got to figure out my list here, was the LA Colors polish, and I have on here that I used it one time. So it was up here, and I actually couldn't see progress on this side, but I could on this side. So it is now here. So I moved my line around to here. So it was up here, and it is now down to there. This is a pretty color. I don't have it on now, but it's been 4 times since he picked it in December that I've used this, so I'm kind of over it. I may put it on my toes just to get some use out of it, but for now it was red because Valentine's Day, and we can all be happy a little bit, right? So the next thing is my NYX Amethyst liner, and this one I actually used 3 times. It looks like this, and my progress on it is the black area here. I had to sharpen it, I believe, twice this month to get a nice line. I did ombre with it. I used this with my blue to ombre once. I believe there is an Instagram picture, but go check that out, Rindy.Slater, because I'm very creative with my names. But anyhow, go check that out. So my NYX Azure eyeliner, same thing. The black is the progress. I haven't marked that one because I do use it in my waterline quite a bit. So that one has been sharpened. I would say that's one sharpening, but I don't always sharpen it. So it is at this point, but this is a waterline, so I don't necessarily need a precise tip to get it where it needs to be. So I sharpen it when it gets down to wood and like stabbing me in the eye more than anything. So the 6th thing he picked was my NYX Liquid Suede in Sway, and I used this one time this month. And this update, I should say, is about 3 weeks after my last update. I wanted to get it towards the middle of the month. Today is the 16th. And so I wanted to get it towards the middle of the month because I have A to Z that goes up on the 1st. And so I wanted to kind of space things out. And in between the 2 weeks will be my eyeshadow palette selections. And so I should have a weekly video-ish for the next 6 months or so. I don't know what pans I'll be starting. There's a couple I'm debating, so stay tuned and see about that. Anyhow, let's continue on. So my L'Oreal Infallible Shadow in Midnight Blue. This one I've used a couple times, and it is looking like this. And there is a decent dip along this corner, which I'm not sure how. I guess I just like concentrated my brush in a place that looked like it had a divot already. So I'm not sure I used as much as it looks like, but I've used some and have a decent divot in that. So that's exciting, especially for a midnight blue. So the number 8 thing is the Broadway Colors in Where's Nemo. This is a really pretty blue-green color. I really enjoy this, and it looked really neat with my liner. Go check that out on my Instagram, like I said. And this one I have that I used it twice this month, probably because I discovered this combo, and it was pretty great. So the last 2 things, if you've been following along, are palettes. So the first one is the Cover FX Face Palette, and this one is looking like this. The ones, I'm not really focusing on the blush or the powders because obviously he put another blush, another powder in. So I am working hard on, let me try not to blind you, the contour shade here. And you can see it's starting to get a divot in it. And then I've been dipping in the highlighters when I feel like it. I don't necessarily highlight every day, but you can see those ones have like some brush marks in them. So those are the ones I'm working on in that, and the contour I hope to hit pan on that, but we will see because it's a contour and powder products go nowhere for me. If you've been here a while, you know those are my nemesis. So powdered face products, we'll go with that. So the last thing is the L'Oreal In palette he picked for me, and this one is looking like that. This is what is in my on my lid today. I have like this, the top row in this palette. You can tell the purple I have used a lot, and this one I don't really have any goals on. I would like to see pan maybe on the purple because that one's the one I use most often, but mostly I'm just using it, seeing what kind of fun looks I can come up with. The green and the pink, these 2 are not the greatest, especially this one. You can see it's quite patchy in the outer corner of my eyes, so this one is a rough one. The rest of them are okay, so we'll just see where that goes and have fun with it because that's a bunch of fun colors. But that is all I have for my significant other project pan. I hope you'll stick around, check out my progress, check out the other PANtastic ladies in this collab, and until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later.